Hello everyone, let's talk today about territory benefits and also territory wars. So you can see here the territory that I've built for my alliance is all covered in an orange line. So everything inside the orange here belongs to us. Now, why would I want all of this? Why is this important? Well, the main purpose of territory is to control resources, to make sure that you have a steady source of resources available for yourself and for your allies. So the most obvious one is claiming these elite resource mines. So these are mines that will never disappear from the map, they can be exhausted when you collect all of their resources, but they will regenerate. They will also rotate resource type, so you have a steady stream of all 4 types of resources. These can only be gathered if they are in your territory. All I have to do is be touched on a corner, so you can see all of these are okay for me to go gather. But if I wander outside of the territory, I cannot gather it. It's not in my territory. So planting flags early and wide to claim elite resource mines first before other alliances can, that's very important. But also these regular resource tiles that will be randomly spawning on your land. If I go and gather them, I will gather them 10% faster and more efficiently than if I gathered resource tiles outside of my land. Also, if other alliances come and gather the resource tiles in my land, such as this guy here, they have to pay me a tax. So I can show you here, if I were to go to this alliance and gather, check, 15% of what I gather would go to them as tax, which wastes a lot of my time. If they do it in my land, though, I get to keep that income and distribute the tax income to my members as extra resources. Finally, on the resource front, you also get a daily alliance territory reward. So this is also another steady stream of resources for your members to keep them going that comes directly from your territory and is proportionally larger the larger that your territory is. So if you build up a really good alliance territory size, you could potentially get a couple hundred of food, each of food and wood every day, just based on your good territory size. And then finally, monsters that you attack in your territory, such as this, can give you bonus territory rewards. So they may drop items such as speed ups, glory swords, extra materials for forging equipment if you attack the ones in your territory. So you also want to make sure that you have a big territory with empty space for roaming, for resource tiles to spawn, and for monsters to spawn, so that you have a very steady stream of resources and items for your alliance mates. So this is one of the really big unique points of WoW, is that tension will arise between you and other alliances because they will also be fighting for territory and to control resources. All right, so you can see this elite mine here has been claimed by both me and my neighbors. So let's talk about what that means. Only one person can use this elite mine at one time. So let's say that I head there to gather. I'm only going to send my fastest troops for a quick demonstration. Now, when I go there, my neighbors can actually send troops to gather at the same time. So you see there's a gray line coming from them now. When I start there and I get settled and start gathering, that line turns red because the only way they can gather here now is if they attack me. So good, they withdrew. So obviously there is going to be some tension between us living right next to each other as we try to claim these resources. So there are a couple of different ways that we can handle our relationship as we live side by side together. And as you can do with any alliance on the map, so that you can recognize your relationship with them immediately just by looking at their territory color. Right now, these guys are white or kind of grayish. That means that they're neutral. So what that would mean is that we are okay to scout and attack, but we are not at war, right? But since we are living so close, it may be dangerous for both of us to live in a neutral relationship because we have no clue how the other will treat us at any given time. So there's a couple of things that I could do. I could talk to them. I could say, because we are so close together, let's not fight, let's be friends. So to set them to a friend relationship, just tap player info, alliance relationship, and set to friendly. Now you'll notice immediately that their alliance territory color changed. The color next to their names changed so that they are now this kind of peachy yellow color. And now if I try to attack them, I'll get a reminder. This belongs to a friendly alliance. Are you sure you want to attack them? I could still attack them if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to forget that I'm friends with them and go and attack them. All of my members will get this as well. So all I have to do when I make a new ally or I make a new friend is go and set them to friendly, tell all my members keep an eye out for the yellow territory color. If they forget or there is a member that is outside of their territory and is not surrounded by this yellow color, then they'll all get a reminder when they go to hit them. But this is a one-way relationship. So BLD will get a letter saying, oh, WoW really likes you. They set you to a friendship relationship and hope that you won't attack them, basically. But they do physically have to set me back to friendship if they want to get the same color and get the same reminders. Otherwise, I will still set to them as gray. So friend is kind of just one step up from neutral. If I really, really want to make sure that we're not going to attack each other, I really, really want to work together, then I can ask them to enter a union relationship, which is another step above friendly. Note that this time it says request sent. That's because they have to agree to the relationship before it will actually happen. So if they go in and agree, then boom, the line turns to blue. So now when I see a blue territory, I know that that belongs to my union member. So this is someone who I'm going to work closely with. All of their names will turn to blue as well once the server refresh comes around. So now, once they are blue, I can't attack someone who is blue at all. So if I really want to make sure that peaceful relations are maintained between myself and an ally, asking them to set a union relationship is the best way to do that. Notice as well that as I change these colors, their colors on the world map will also change. So if they're over here gathering out in the world, and I want to know, is this person gathering my friend or my enemy or someone neutral, I only have to look at, the little icon above their head. And then also as well, since we are union members, we can now share resources peacefully. If I go to gather in their territory, I no longer have to pay tax, and they will no longer pay tax to me. The only thing is, as of right now, we can't both still use the same elite mine. If I go to it first, they'll get a quick reminder when they tap on me, just like I got when I tried to attack their castle, saying that they cannot attack a union member, but they can't actually join me. So let's show that real quick. So you can see here's BLD on the way to the Elite Stone Quarry. If I decide I want it, oh, too bad, I cannot attack or scout a Union member. So what if I get tired of that? What if I get tired of, I don't want you guys to use all my resources and not pay me taxes? Or I know you guys have millions and millions of resources. I'm tired of letting you guys just sit on them. I want to attack you. Well, that's what the last relationship is for. If I really want to go into open war with somebody, I can set them to an enemy. And so now immediately they all turn red on the world map. So I can recognize immediately that this is not my friend. So if I see something red, probably I'm going to opt to attack it rather than not. Now note that this is also a one-way operation, meaning that I can do it without approval from them. But it's a two-way operation in the sense that they will also have me set to red automatically when I set them. All right. So if you do choose to set someone to enemy, make sure that you really are ready to go to war with them, because they will know about it immediately. So you see, I attack them on this elite stone quarry, I kick them out, and that means that now I got it, basically. I immediately took over gathering on it. Same would go for on a resource tile. If they had members gathering on a normal resource tile here, I could go and attack them and kick them off. Other things that I can do, basically, is I can also attack their alliance buildings to break their territory down. So I don't like that this alliance flag is letting you claim my stone mine. I'll wait for my cavalry to get back. I can send soldiers to burn their flag. And if I burn it enough and the burn time is long enough, it will burn down and eventually be destroyed, clearing up this stone mine so that it only belongs to me. And I could do this with all their buildings, including their alliance castle. It will just take me a long time to burn it all the way down to the ground. So I will probably need, and they can defend their buildings as well. So I'll probably need the help of my allies and a lot of time on my hands, but I can reclaim the territory from them so that I can expand at their expense. And they can come back and do the same to me, because I've also been set red for them. If at any time, we want to decide, okay, we're tired of fighting, or even just we're tired of being friends, we want to start over and go back to neutral, go to Alliance, Manage Alliance, Alliance Relationships, go to the tab of the person that you're looking for, depending on the type of relationship it is, and just tap break. And then you'll see that they are set to gray again. So yeah, that is territory relationships, how you can tell them through colors, how you can set them, and some of the interactions they may cause.